user management seems to be a really interesting place to start learning your Linux journey. When you're hired in an organization or when you're working in an enterprise setting in an IT team, the first responsibility you're going to have is to create or remove the credential associated with a user, right? Suppose that an intern is hired, an intern engineer is hired, and that intern is trying to create an application. That intern is trying to access a certain file. That person has to have a user on the system so that you could track, you could give a permission, and see all the activities that this person is doing on the system, right? Basically for login purpose. And you'd also have to create a group or groups. So suppose there are 4 members in this engineering team. Suppose there are 40 members in the engineering team, right? And if you need to give a permission to these 40 engineers manually, it is going to be very tedious work. But if you put all these engineers in one specific group, and if you just give a permission to this specific group, it is going to happen in like minutes compared to hours, right? It is super efficient. But there are going to be use cases where you just want to have an individual user, or you'd want to have groups. But in most cases, in most teams, most organizations, there's always going to be groups, right? A person or a user is going to be a member of one or more groups. And you'll create users and groups not only for a human being, but also for application, right? If you are running an application that needs access to certain tools or certain files, it might need root privilege, it might not need root privilege, it might need admin privileges. So you're going to create a user and a group also for application, and you're going to give a permission to it. These are some of the reasons why you should start exploring user management in Linux if you would want to get into Linux.